That's how it works. It wasn't even, we're being transparent, right? We're being vulnerable, right? We're taking off that mask, right? That's okay to take off that mask. Okay, and let me reassure you that it's okay to take off your masks. It's okay to be vulnerable and open your ears and open your eyes. When I was in a place of choosing the next, it wasn't necessarily about me having more motivation. It wasn't even necessarily about me having inspiration and drive, because I had so much drive to the point where I put myself in overdrive. I got to a place where I could no longer tell myself that I wasn't hurting. It was like a system overload. I had to know that there was still power in stillness. Stillness used to make me so nervous. You're not doing something. What could you be doing? There's money to make over here. There's something to do over there. Why aren't you doing this? You could be doing that. Don't you need benefits? You need this. You don't have this. Oh, wow. Why aren't you doing this? Somebody told me about this. You should do that. So many voices were in my head to the point where I could not allow myself to think for me until I allowed myself to get into that quiet space. When I stand here, it's not as far as me to put on a performance. It is me simply to tell you that you really have to start believing in you. It is now. The now is now. We don't have to say never unless you want to say never. It's about you knowing that there is power in your words, that there's power in your actions, there's power in your choices, there's power in your no's, there's power in your yeses, there's power in you. It's not about you choosing someone else's life over yours. It's not you choosing someone else's path for yours. It's you knowing and identifying what your path is. And of course, you may hear someone say, how? How do I know my path? How do I know that this is for me? How do I know that they are for me? Always seeking constant direction, constant validation, looking out without trusting how to go within. The wonderful thing about spirituality, the wonderful thing about your connection with God, your individual relationship that you have yet to know how to value, yet to know how to nurture, is that God is so patient and so careful with knowing that you still have yet to know. That's the power of a relationship. That you must give yourself a chance. You giving yourself a chance is it's like you giving God a chance. Sometimes you don't give yourself a fair chance, and I can attest that for myself. There were times when I know that I had wonderful ideas. I would be so excited. I would even create a presentation for it, put it out for a little bit, and then shy away from it because of the constant fear, like, whoa, it could really happen, as if I did not know how big God could be for me or in me. I remember that there was a moment when a business owner told me, you cannot put things out there unless you're ready for it, because people really are waiting for someone like you. I took that with me, and at first I was down because I thought that I was being a disappointment, but In reality, I learned that I was being a bigger disappointment to myself and my dreams. Because God wouldn't give you anything. Along with my prayers, God gave me ideas. How did I know that? I didn't know that God was that gentle with me, that God was that much of a creator to give me so much creativity and ideas that I could nurture, that I can follow through with, that I could continue to pour into. Continuing the process, knowing it does not have to be a finished product. It's not about it being a finished product. It's about you knowing that what you begin with is all you need, and then you allow yourself to go from there. Every business that you've seen in your life didn't just begin in some way and ended in the same. You have to evolve in some way, inside out. All of those people that you see on your screen from time to time, people that you see on the streets, stores that you go into, from management to different employers, people that you see on a daily, someone had to grow from something. Do you give yourself the opportunity to grow? Or do you sometimes think, this is all that's in my garden? This is all that it'll be. This is all there is. That's what I knew. That's all I know. Truth that you are speaking into yourself. I don't have a script. This was not something that I felt that I had to be on script for. I'm just speaking from my heart. Trusting that I'm speaking to yours. That is my intention. From my experience, sometimes when I would go to different expos, go to different workshops, go to different things where people are speaking, it would make me nervous sometimes, because I would wonder, even after this, would I go and talk to these people, because I knew what my bank account looked like, but I'm still so eager to receive some kind of help. And then I know that they may be very busy, and I still am eager for some kind of help. So I don't want to look too needy. I don't want to look too needy. I don't want to look weak. Even though I'm here though, which makes me look strong. But inside, I'm eager for somebody to help me. I'm eager for someone to guide me. I'm eager for somebody to tell me that you can do this. This is how you do it. And I would go to all those things and still not trust the how to in me. Because you can receive the information and still not have the faith enough to execute it. The faith is something that only you can build. It's only something that you can build. And it is such a wonderful thing that you can build that, because that means that nobody can determine your story. Nobody can say that you did not do this. You know how some people want to take credit for your work, right? I've experienced that. People want to take credit for your work, but they can't take credit for your faith. They can never take credit for the faith that you've built from the ground up. The things that you've been able to forgive, the things that you've been able to bypass, the things that you have been able to really get through and sit in and nurture and water and watch over it, put some sun on. No one could ever do that. That is why your relationship is yours. It's just like when you try to claim a physical one. You claim a physical relationship more than you claim your relationship with yourself. And that is okay now, because that was what you were used to. I'm speaking in past tense, because now as you're listening to this, you are no longer the same. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that at any moment, your life could change based off on what you are open to, what you listen to, what you hear, what you receive. You're here because you're ready to be better than you were. You're here because you've learned that you're not hiding your history. You're bringing it along with you because you know that that gave you your strength. That was your weight that gave you those spiritual muscles, that gave you that endurance that no one can understand, that made you so high they may think you own something. Now you own you. You own your time. You own God's time. You standing for something now. You ain't falling for everything now. You've allowed yourself to take a fool's journey when they thought you were a fool. You were never the fool. You were learning from them. You were learning from it so that you can rebuild yourself and gain powerful lessons from your experiences. The way that I speak is not just for show. It's not for show at all. It's actually, you can say that it's for show. It's to show you and to tell you. Because you see my physical appearance and I pray you feel my spirit. Because most times we're going by physical appearance based off on sometimes insecurities, based off on comparison, based off on worldly things that we're so accustomed to doing. Again, I've done this myself. Being human. But as you see my face, as you see my body standing here before you, I pray you feel my spirit to let you know that I once had to go down. I had to be stripped as well. I had to forgive as well. I had to release myself from different levels of trauma as well. I could not see myself sometimes as well. I could not speak at times as well. I couldn't fake a smile anymore as well. That is the place where your authenticity is ready to speak. Because you know and you realize the pain isn't here to last forever. The pain is here to teach me. So that's when you ask yourself, God, teach me. Teach me. I did not learn that in one place. I learned that by going into my sacred space, which was with me and God. The God within me. I tell people this this is my personal affirmation. You are welcome to use it. God is everything I am. Say that with me. Can you say that with me? Can you actually stand up? Is it okay for you all to stand up? That's okay, right? Because now we're choosing. Say this with me. I want you to touch your stomach here, and I want you to also touch your heart. And I want you to feel that beat. Take a deep breath. And tell yourself, God is everything I am. God is everywhere I am. God is everything I am. God is everywhere I am. This is a relationship. This is a relationship that you did not know that you had for sure. This is a relationship that you no longer have to question. This is a relationship that you no longer have to be in that space of wondering, are you still there? Are you still there? You don't have to whisper that anymore. You don't have to wonder. can spend a lot of time in your life, you can spend a lot of years in your life wondering, is God still there? If you are still here, when you look at you, can't you see the God in you? Don't you know that He's there right there? When you look at you, you see the God in you. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for choosing you. This is a moment where you now realize that you don't have to wonder anymore. That is not you saying that I am seeking perfection. That is you declaring that I am knowing that I'm choosing this process because there will be progress. This is progress right now. This is progress right now. When you woke up, when you took a breath, when you told God thank you, when you opened your eyes, when you got in your car, when you put on your clothes, when you said something positive to yourself, when you said a good song and you played it and you smiled and you looked at you and you walked in those doors and you spoke to another person. Progress, 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 progress. How are you speaking to you? The bigger question is, how are you speaking to the God in you? God is never separate. You're reaching. You keep reaching. Have you ever been there where you're constantly like reaching? Like, where are you? Can I see you? Are you there? Help me. Without really trusting that you are first helping yourself. Because of so many things that you've experienced. Hear me when I say, we have all been somewhere, in some place. I've been many places in my life and time. Shout out to Donny Hathaway. I've been a lot of places. It's beyond a pretty face. It's beyond nice words. It's knowing what you know and doing something with what you know. So I ask you, all of you beautiful people that are looking at me and wondering, who is this person that just walked through this door and speaking in this way? For some that are older, you're probably wondering, how does she speak this way? For some that are my age, wondering, how do I speak this way? For some that are younger, wondering, how do I speak this way? Where did you come from? Where did you get that from? Did you learn this from there? Did you learn this from there? I learned this from God. There's a big umbrella that comes up under that, right? When people say that, they'll tell you all day, I learned it from God. Yeah, because you can't have all the answers because you got to build your own. You can't keep negating the relationship. That way you really learn what you need. That way you really learn what you're worthy of. That way you really learn to stop playing with you. That way you really learn how to remove those blockages. That way you really learn how to go within yourself and heal yourself. Same thing I had to do. So much pride had to be taken off the table. So much ego had to be taken off the table. So many friendships had to be let go of. So many relationships I had to walk away from. So many jobs I had to walk away from. So many things that I thought that I was supposed to be doing and then turned out it wasn't even for me. I no longer wanted to be hurt. I no longer wanted to choose mediocrity. I no longer wanted to choose frenemies. I no longer wanted to choose things that were no longer choosing me for the betterment of myself. And I had to say, that is okay. I had to start looking in the mirror and telling myself, no, it's okay, right? Looking however long I needed to look. And saying that it's okay if you don't choose this. It's okay that you want more. It's okay if that relationship is not working. It's okay if they don't want to love you well. You can go on. It's okay if you don't want to do that. It's okay if you don't want to have sex with them. It's okay if they don't want to take you on a date. It's okay if that friend don't want to support you. It's okay if this job is treating you this way because you got more going on so you can go forward. It's okay if you let it go. It's okay if you pursue it. Pouring back into me, thinking at first like, I'm just doing something, like I don't even know if it's going to work. And then I had to psych myself out like, hey, stop doing that to you. God is within you, right? Right. You learning how to trust you, right? You learning how to trust us, right? You and God, you learning how to trust us. All right then, best friend. I had to learn what it was like to be my best friend because I was trying to be a best friend to everybody else. I'm like, they don't even want to be my friend. I'm doing this and I'm doing it. And I'm like, this is not enough. I was spiritually killing myself to love someone and to tell them that they were worthy enough. Thinking that the way that I'm rebuilding myself, thinking the way that I'm giving myself was not enough. I'm just depleting myself without going back inward. So you have to know the power of being alone. And when you hear that word alone, I want you to feel and hear this word that is aligned with it. It's the same. Alone means all one. All one. I am all one. There's a song that I used to hear when I was younger. My mom used to sing it all the time. I started singing it. It stayed with me, especially in adult times when I was isolating myself and feeling that feeling as if I was alone in a negative way. And it would go, never alone. I don't have to worry 'cause I'm never alone. Oh, I'm never alone. I don't have to worry 'cause I'm never alone. Y'all heard that before? No? It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It means the same. You know, they say never alone, they still mean that they're never by themselves. But to just add on to that, I am all one. It feels like that sometimes because we pray for the companionship. We pray for the community. We pray for supportive people. But if we are just having any and everything out here, none of us are growing. Those are the things that I had to learn for myself, that even though I desired to have friendships, relationships, supportive people, community, work-related relationships, all of these success areas in my life, I first have to be that success within me. Not allowing trauma, not allowing hurt to be carried along with me as I go to my next. If I desire to have trust, I have to be trustworthy enough of knowing that I can receive it and be that to somebody else. I can't go back to just being in that place of hurt, because hurt can sometimes make you selfish in a negative way. Giving yourself responsibility and accountability is a form of unconditional love that is not selfish, but that word comes out a lot when people are hurt, when it looks as if you're choosing yourself and you're not allowing yourself to choose someone else. Sometimes you got to go within that space and also be that villain in some stories. That's a hurtful place too, right? Sometimes I don't want to hurt nobody. You got to trust your intentions. I did not really know how to trust my intentions until I really learned to hear my heart. Even though I knew and I felt that I was doing right by people or doing the best that I knew how or giving them something that they asked for, somehow it was still portrayed as if it was wrong, and I just had to give up. Sometimes my innocence was also seen as naivety. Like I don't know better. And I'm like, well, darned if I do, darned if I don't. I really want to say the other word, but we ain't going to say it. But you understand what I'm saying. It's time to know that the relationship that you're building is yours and it is worth building. Are you writing love letters to yourself? Have you ever written one to yourself? Do you know what that feels like to have a love letter? You looking for somebody else to send it to you? How can they send it to you when you don't even really know what you need? You don't really know what you want it to sound like. Do you really want to know what it feels like? Share it with you. Tell it to you. Expose it to you first. And it's also like you learning how to be in a romance with yourself before seeking it in someone else. I heard someone say that women and alcohol were their biggest downfall. I heard a man say that once. When in reality, he was longing to feel loved. And he thought that women could give it. And then when we would go to another vice like drinking only suppresses and it also exposes as well. So everybody can have a different vice, whether it be people, sex, drinking, smoking, spending money, debt, like so many different ones, so many different things that you may identify and call an addiction. It may not even be that. But it's all rooting back to that place of you still not loving you and not knowing how. We haven't really known how. You're thinking that church is the place that teaches you how. It is a wonderful resource when you apply the knowledge beyond what you see, because you can see a lot of things everywhere. It is not the final destination. You still have to go out into this world and be your first teacher. And in order for me to sit here, to stand here and to be a leader, I am a forever student. I am forever learning. All of you are teachers. We are all teachers. You don't need that special title. You don't need that certification. It's obvious we're learning from each other in some way. We're choosing what resonates with us and we're leaving what doesn't. But are you brave enough to leave what doesn't? Are you brave enough to say, that's not for me? No, thank you. Are you brave enough to walk away? Are you brave enough to stand up for yourself? Oh, because it's gonna require a higher you. You will cry sometimes. Do you know what those tears mean? You know what you're crying for? There will be moments where you are alone, all one. Are you learning within this moment? There will be moments where you have to choose yourself. Do you know why you're choosing yourself? Do you know the whys? Are you really going within, talking to the God in you, building that relationship within yourself so that you really are firm and clear about who you really are, separate from everything that you've ever known? Even as I'm standing here doing this, I wasn't given a book. I read them. I went to go seek them. I wasn't given many courses. I seeked them. I wasn't given the perfect relationships. I built them. There's no how-to guide unless you build it for your own self. You don't need a how-to. You need to know the God within you so that you can know how to. You know, because you can attain these physical things, right? And if you don't value and believe enough, trust enough that where you're being guided to is something that you prayed for, you'll let it sit up. You'll let it sit for a long time. We've all been there once or twice or thrice, right? You let ideas just sit, collect dust. You might see somebody else use the idea that God gave to them because you know what? It's bigger. The purpose is bigger. So you got to be willing to nurture it and be like, all right, fear got to move. Procrastination got to move. I have to move, but why can't I move my feet? I'm moving my feet, but why can't I move my mind? I'm moving my mind, but why can't I move my spirit? Something's still hesitating, you know? Trust your pace. Trust that the pace that you are building, the relationship that you are building within the God in you is yours. And lastly, I'll say again to all of you who are listening, who are receiving, take this with you. Know that you are taking this back to your homes. Know that you are rebuilding your home again. You know your home starts within you, right? You know in churches they say get your house in order. They really are saying get you in order. Did you catch that? Because you're so busy looking at the physical. Get the home within you in order. God is everything I am. God is everywhere I am. I appreciate you for your time. I appreciate you for your love and for your wonderful energy. Take care of you.